12 days after Harvey hit Texas and Louisiana, the impact is still being felt here in Houston. And one firefighter that we met with today really felt this firsthand as he experienced it in his own neighborhood. Take a look. So this is your neighborhood?
Yes. Has been for a long time.
Where did you grow up?
Just on the other side of the freeway, but all of my best friends lived on this side, and these are my stomping grounds. There's my wife trying to get the cat. Don't go into that tree is falling. Hey, when you go back out, go next to the house towards the front door. You don't know if that tree's gonna fall.
Oh my God.
Yeah. This is my home. I mean, this is where I played football, right up the street.
Yeah.
There's my gray 4Runner. My wife's car is in the garage, and it was over the roof about a week ago today. You can see the discoloration of the brick, right? The dark on the bottom and then the light up top, and that's basically your water line.
Did you consider trying to drive out?
I did, but the water, as you can see in the street, is still, you know, at about 4 to 5 feet. And even if I was to pull the car out, I would have basically flooded the car.
Yeah. You went inside yesterday?
3 days ago.
And what was that like for you?
It was hard.
Yeah. What was the hardest part? I'm sorry, Scott. Awful, right? Oh, man. But everybody's safe, right?
Yeah.
It's such a pretty spot, you know, and it's going to be beautiful again. I know it is.
You can see the water going to the bayou. So that's a good thing.
So this water, just to explain to everybody, is from, they released this water
Sunday night.
Intentionally.
They had to.
So the water was rising from the rain originally.
Correct.
But then what happened?
Once they released the dams, which they ended up having to release early, that was basically to protect the infrastructure of the city and the Port of Houston. And I get that, but you know, basically we were sacrificed for the greater good.
How does it make you feel?
I mean, you know, I obviously frustrated, mainly because they've known about this stuff.
Yeah.
They've known that there's a problem and it's not been fixed. And so, you know, all the reports said that this would happen, and this is what happened. There's a lot of good that has come from this, to be honest. The community, my high school friends, the school I went to, Texas Tech, the fire department. I mean, I can't tell you. I met with New York firemen yesterday.
Came all the way down to help out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they like doing, right?
That's
sure
what they do.
We'll get in the car, we're going to go to Texas, and we're going to help out.
They help out.
So Scott Beal here now, Darren Ott, Houston firefighter, who is a good friend of Scott's and is behind Firefighters Helping Firefighters, great organization that is helping people like Scott. You know, Scott has rescued people from probably 6, 7 hurricanes in this area. He said, I'm the person who goes in and helps people. And, you know, he felt bad for breaking down there. He goes, my high school buddies are going to give me such a hard time. I can't believe I lost it. But, man, he's been through so much, Darren.
Absolutely.
So what are you guys doing to help people like him and others?
So
your brothers.
So Firefighters Helping Firefighters, it's a nonprofit. Nobody's paid in the organization. And it's firehelpingfire.org. And what we're doing is trying to raise as many funds as we can for active and retired to be able to cut a check for everybody that has been devastated by this flood. And the last count I'd heard were somewhere in the 300 range, and I'm sure it's still rising.
You know, you look at, they're sort of the people you think of last, right? You see the families on TV, and you see the firefighters and other first responders helping out, and you don't realize that they're helping out while their own homes are being flooded.
Yes, it's, I told you I was doing rescues with one guy, and here we are taking people from a post office, in chest high water. And then after we drop them off, he looks at me and says, well, I have nothing to go home to either.
Darren, we're going to help them, and we have it up on the screen, Firefighter, firehelpingfire.org, because we need to remember these guys. Thank you so much for everything you've done. We'll take a quick break.